Morning, or gosh, it's afternoon already, and I'm running late, of course. I have decided that I am consistently inconsistent. And today you got the real deal. No makeup, my hair's not done, none of that, because I've been working outside. It's a gorgeous day here. Been doing some garage cleaning, and I'm starting to um, alter an old dresser that my husband drug up from somewhere. Trying to make it like a cabinet to for his stereo stuff because he needs something for it, and thought I'd try to get a little creative and take this antique dresser and redo it. And I just realized I did not change the title of this. We're not still talking about restless leg syndrome, but anyway, I actually don't even have any notes for today. I just wanted to get on here and just talk about what this month is, because if you're a woman and you're watching this video, then you know in October, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I just wanted to come on here and let's talk about that for a minute. I will be drawing it around to, of course, is there a place in breast cancer or just breast health in general for CBD and THC? So that will be later on in the week. But I just wanted to share my story with you and give you the lowdown of what my experience has been. So my mom, mine and Elizabeth's mom, was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 56 years old. And she had a mass in her left breast that she didn't tell us about. They had just been watching it, and I guess it was getting larger. This was back in the 80s. It was getting bigger, and so she went in for a lumpectomy. Well, she came out without a breast. And I can remember feeling was so angry over that because why? It was supposed to be a lumpectomy. What happened in the OR that made them decide to do it wasn't a radical mastectomy, so they didn't take her pectoralis muscle and everything. They just took the breast, took some lymph nodes out. But why did they do a partial mastectomy like that? And to this day, I still don't know what kind of a tumor it was, um, or any details except that she went in to get it out, came out without a boob. So she didn't end up having any kind of follow up treatment anyway. There was no radiation and no chemotherapy. So, and at her age at 56, and she was, she and my dad had divorced already, so she didn't really feel like she needed to do any breast reconstruction or anything. So she used her prosthesis. All right, see you later. So she used her prosthesis, and a lot of times she didn't use the prosthesis, so it was kind of funny. It would, she'd leave it laying on the bedside table, and we'd see her fake boob laying there. So it eventually just became a joke because we'd laugh about her boob. Aren't you going to put your boob on? But anyway, that was what happened to her. So then, when I turned 60, I was supposed to have my mammogram in January of that year, and I put it off and put it off and put it off. I hate mammograms. I hate them. They hurt. Um, to me, I feel like that kind of compression on that tissue is not normal. We should not have to endure that. But unless you've got a good insurance company that will let you do a breast MRI, it's kind of the only alternative, except for one that I'm going to talk about later. So, anyway, I was supposed to get my mammogram in January. I put it off. I got it in November. I decided I was going to start doing this stuff around my birthday. My birthday's in November, so I thought, well, I'll just do it then. Then that way I'll remember, right? So I went in on November 18th, had my mammogram done. They called me on the 19th and said, there's an abnormal finding. So I went in, had the consultation. Well, it was a 1 centimeter ductal carcinoma in situ in my left breast. I never palpated it myself. In fact, the physician couldn't even palpate it. That's how small it was. So the normal protocol is you go in, they take out the lump, they take out some lymph nodes to make sure that nothing has spread, and then that's followed with radiation, which is what happened to me. I had 33 radiation treatments after the tumor was removed. It was it was an experience that was very, I don't want to say that I was scared. I didn't feel like it was going to get any worse than what it was, but I the radiation was the problem for me. My skin did not appreciate that at all. I had the worst aftermath of skin, and just it was awful. I ended up having to go to occupational therapy, and I had to have a massage and it was disgusting. Now it's okay, but for a year at least after radiation and everything, it was bad. So I had that done. Now, I listened to a summit last week on menopause, and they were talking about breast health. And actually, it wasn't that summit. I listen to summits all the time. If you guys ever want to get in a summit, hey, let me know, because I can probably invite you to get in one with me. And they're all free. So this was the one on hmm, ancient medicine in a modern world is the one that I was listening to, where I heard the speaker say, you've got a tumor that is encapsulated. It's just sitting there. It's in its own little space. It's not going anywhere. So why is the protocol to go in and take out that tumor, risk spreading the seeds of cancer throughout the rest of the tissue, undergoing um, radiation to kill any possible cancer cells, and then having to be on medication for 5 to 10 years? So I thought about that, and I thought he's absolutely right. If I had to do it again, I would let it go. I would just leave it. And I'm just saying what I would do. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I would totally leave the thing and then just watch it and see what happens. Um, I could not take the medications. I tried one of them for about 8 months, and it was, I noticed that my hands were hurting. My hands hurt so bad that even like looking in somebody's ear, like pulling the ear up and holding an otoscope and looking in somebody's ear, I could barely do it. It hurt so bad. So I realized it's got to be this medication. This is the only thing I'm doing different. So I stopped it, and 2 weeks later, my hand didn't hurt. So for me, that was a big red flag. I don't want to take something that's going to cause something else to fall apart or be compromised. So that's the way I looked at that. Now, last year I didn't do any breast imaging. The year before I did a mammogram and an MRI, and both were normal. And I don't remember if it was that same year I did thermography or what. I got a notice I should go back in and have another thermogram done. So the difference between the two, or between the three studies, is a thermogram looks at heat inside the body. And if there's inflammation, then you're going to see an increased amount of heat. When I had mine done, it was totally normal. Actually, I think I did that, and then I followed that with a normal mammogram and a normal MRI. So everything looks good. I didn't do anything at all last year, so I should probably do something this year. And I was going to do a mammogram, and I just decided I'm just not going to do them anymore. That may be wrong. I don't know, but I just don't want to do them anymore. So I'm just going to stick with the thermogram. And then, of course, if something showed up, obviously I'm not going to be a fool. I'll go in and have it looked at. But I think at that point, I would rather just do a breast MRI. I mean, those don't hurt. You're uncomfortable for a little bit because you got to lay face down in this thing with your arms up like this and your boobs in cups. But you come out with your face all smashed and you look stupid. But that's worth it rather than having your breast smashed like it is. I had a mammogram one time, and the tech came back and she says to me, "You only tolerated 9 pounds of pressure. I tolerate 40." And I wanted to slap her. I literally wanted to punch her out. I'm like, you know what? I've had breast cancer. This breast hurts. I can't help it that I can't take more compression than that, but that's it, lady. And you're not ever doing my mammogram again. So that's my little rant. Anyway, that's all I got for today. If you guys, if you've had an experience similar to mine and you want to talk about it, this is a safe place. You can talk about that. But anyway, I'm going to start, as tomorrow or whatever, I'll start doing some more of the traditional things that I do, which is the conventional versus the plant medicine approach. So stay tuned. Have a great day.